Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do part 2 of our freestanding wine bottle holder. Today we're going to use the blowtorch and a couple of wire wheels that we're going to hook up to our drill, and we're going to give it a nice little texture. It's actually from Japan and it's called Shou Sugi. It's where they burn the wood, then they'll scrub off all the soft part and just leave the grain pattern, and it's supposed to, I'm guessing, deteriorate bugs and everything else from chewing on it. But today we're going to do it for this and put some color to it and put a coat of clear coat on it. Alright, without further ado, on to the video. Okay, now put on one of my welding gloves because, well, I'm going to hold it with this and it gets kind of hot. Alright, so we're going to fire up our torch. And usually it doesn't take much. You know, you want to try to get a nice even charred color on it. I mean, I like to even go down to the point where you can actually hear it crackling and you can actually see the cracks in the wood. But it's going to take maybe a couple of passes to do that. That's about the look that we're going for. Just a nice little charred look where you can start to see the cracks in it where it's actually burning into the wood. Because what it's doing is actually burning the soft part of the wood, and then when you scrub it down with the wire brush, it'll eat away all the soft parts of the wood that got burned, and it'll leave the tougher grain sections in. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. I've got all of it done, all the sides, the end grains, and everything. And now it's all a nice charred black. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the wire brush and just start to go back and forth, and it'll expose a lot of the harder grain pattern that didn't get charred away. Now this, if you're going to do this, wear old clothes, because this is probably one of the nastiest and messiest things that you could actually do. The black stuff will get just everywhere. Alright, now that I've got that done, what I'll do is I'll get drill. I'll put my wire brush in. Well, I'll put the cut brush in it, and we'll put on a different glove here. It's not hot anymore. Just something to keep the black off my hands. Now that that's all done, we'll take it and we'll clean it up just a little bit with a damp cloth, maybe some denatured alcohol. Okay, now that it's all cleaned up and wiped off, of course I went back and I did a little bit more grinding on it and scrubbing on it with the wire wheel. That way it's got a little bit of a texture. I don't know if you guys can see that on the video or not, but it just, the white part of the wood is the softest, And when you burn it and you scrub it with the wire brush, it takes all that soft part out and you're left with the hard grain, and you can actually feel it when you go across it with your fingers. But now that that's all cleaned up, we're going to put it some color. We're going to do a little bit of red, but some people use unicorn spit, some people use dyes, different things to color it. But the best thing I've found, and it's relatively cheap, is the apple barrel paints that you can get at Walmart in the craft section for like $1 a piece. And I mean, hell, they've got hundreds of colors. You can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get the same stuff for probably just about the same price and have a little bit more selection than with like a unicorn spit or something like that. Because a kit of that is going to run you about anywhere between $50 to $100 on Amazon, depending on who you buy it from. But this stuff, it works just the same. I mean, you may have to put a little bit more color into it, a couple of different coats to give it a vibrant color. But overall, to achieve what we're going for, it'll do the job perfect. All right. Occasionally they get clogged up in the nozzles. All right. This is just a typical little, I don't know what they're called actually. I call them a camel hair brush, but they're the cheapest brush you get. You get little ones, big ones. I buy tons of them. I use them. My wife uses them. And when you get done, you know, you don't feel bad because you're just going to throw the damn thing away anyway. So, we're going to paint that on there. But that's what we're going to do to that, and it just give it a few minutes to soak in a little. Then we'll just take an old rag and just start wiping it off. And once it dries, it'll have it'll have the red look to it. That's the overall goal that we're trying to get. So I'll get off the camera and I'll finish the rest of it, and I'll be right back. Here we go. It's all dried, the paint dried on it. So I'll put a light coat, a clear coat on it, and it's all dried. And once you get the clear coat on, it makes the colors pop. But that's something in red. Also done something in blue just to give you a better idea of the contrast of colors. So there you go. And now we will just give it one final test of the finished product. There we go. And as always, please go down, click the subscribe button, like the video for more future videos so you can stay up to date whenever we come out with anything. And once again, another project in the books. Thanks for watching.